What's up, world? I'd like to welcome y'all to a Drug Dealer's Dreams podcast, yo. Shit is real. We got real guests.
Yup.
Informative. Yo, my name G.
I'm Benny Blanco. You know, for those of you who lived it, can relate to it, seen it, heard it, felt it, been through it, it's for you.
Yo, we gonna have real convo, real guests, real just back and forth with me and my guy, man. Sit back, enjoy the ride, man. Drug Dealer's Dreams.
Word. If you tuning in for gossip, tune out.
Facts.
Yo.
What up, what up, what up?
What's good?
What's happening?
Back, another episode of Drug Dealer's Dream podcast.
Good to be back.
Realest podcast in the game.
Definitely.
Change the game.
Definitely.
This is a special episode. The reason I say so, we got a special guest here. Can't even say it's a guest, it's family. How can we put this? Dewayne Coma. Let me give you a little background. Syracuse, New York, so Dewayne Coma did 21 years in the feds, had a life sentence till Obama gave him clemency and let him out, not this December just passed, December 2016, right?
Yep.
December 2016. Been home a year.
December 1st, 2016.
Let's go. All right. Now we're going to get into his story because already from the gate it sounds crazy.
Right.
Most people get the life sentence, don't get freed from it, let alone appeal. You're talking about clemency. That's come from the president. That's different.
Right.
It's above your pay grade. You
Right.
know? So D, let's talk.
Let's start at the beginning.
And we're going to get into everything. I've known this man most of my life. Him and my pops used to run together. So let's just give y'all a little background there. So, from Syracuse, but you weren't born in Syracuse, right?
Right.
Originally from Alabama?
Yeah, born in Oak Lake, Alabama.
Came here 5, 6 years old?
Yeah.
Alright, Syracuse. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Your childhood, were you poor, rich? How did you grow up in the hood? What happened?
Yep, just like everybody else. From the hood.
Slide up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So, what make you get into hustling? How you start hustling? What's your first taste of you trying to get it anyway to make sure you live better than the way y'all was living?
Well, as far as, let's start with the drugs. Because before that, there was some other things I was doing.
Okay.
But as far as the drugs,
Cool.
I started off with a bunch of little guys from around my way. People like Chi-Chi, which we call Sal Hawkins. I don't want to call too many more names.
It's all good.
But God bless the dead. But
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you real quick. I apologize. All right, you're in Syracuse, right? What side of town are you from in Syracuse? So we get people on the show. We have guests from Brooklyn, Detroit. We like to let the people feel the environment people coming from.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we from Syracuse, but the world don't know about Syracuse. So some people might think it's country chickens and horses walking, you know, because it's upstate. It ain't New York City. So give them a little background. You in the hood? You in the project? What's going on?
well, I'm from the South Side.
South
Well,
side.
yeah, Boogie Down Bricks, Brick City.
Okay, that's a project. Brick
Yeah.
City. All right, let's go.
Okay. I grew up, actually, back then, the way we used to do it. We might hustle on the east side, we may hustle on the north side, west side, but mainly I'm from the South Side, Brick City.
Okay.
Okay. Me, a bunch of little youngsters. Like I told you, I just called the name and a bunch of others.
Okay.
Okay, we used to, we started off small. And then we split up. But specifically on the north side of the bricks
Okay.
is where all the money getters usually come from.
All right.
Okay.
When you say youngsters, at what age is this happening?
We talking 14, 15 years
Okay.
old.
That's young.
Yeah.
And that's you too. You're not recruiting a bunch of young dudes. You that age at this time.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. All of us that age, actually.
Okay.
You know.
So you hustling. What gets you to the point where? I remember one time you was telling me y'all drove to New York City to get some work, right?
Yeah.
What gets you to that point? How much are y'all working with at this time to be like, all right, it's time for us to stop buying from the niggas over here and let's take this ride together? You a kid.
Well, once we had pulled off a couple scams.
Scams.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? It wasn't no scamming back then. So let's.
Okay. Well, we used to all get together. And
it's over with now. You ain't getting in trouble for it now. Come on now.
All right, we all get together, go over there on the west side, pull up for a little heist. We might run up in something, get some money.
Okay.
At that time, we used to give it to the older guys.
Older dudes had y'all running that spot.
Right, because we was young.
Right.
However, now that started for a minute. We begin to develop ourselves, our own way of hustling. Okay, now when you talking about when I really started, I started when we started getting together and going to New York.
How much money y'all pulling together at this time?
Well, it depends.
Talking about 5,000. We talking about
Now you could talk about a little bit more because it's 4 or 5 of us that's pulling our money together, going to New York, going to like Broadway, 142nd, 145th, just rolling up, yo.
Y'all freestyle.
Yes.
So
all the way.
You know that's key, right? Because coming from the town, we would do that. You know what I mean? You go and the poppies be out there. Hey, poppy, I got to work. So it's like, it's guts to just take that chance. You know what I'm saying? You could get got. They could say you fake work. But you willing. You got that drive at. How old are you? Still 15 at this time.
We 15 and 14.
Out of control. Driving all the way to New York, no license, nothing.
Throwing it in the tire, coming back. You know how I go. Yes, that's what we was doing. But anyways, when we first went down there, we did get gaffled. You know, because we don't know nobody, but we on the move. So,
what you buy that first time?
We bought. We put together. We got about a key and a half.
Oh, y'all wasn't working small.
No. Well, it's not. We still got to get back to the crib and break it down, and everybody get their own.
But I got a quick question, right? Because you're doing the jukes. The older dudes is putting you onto the jukes, right? Mm-hmm. So why didn't you just throw some older dudes money and they'll take the trip for you? Like who was the leader of the situation that took the initiative to say, no, we're just gonna put our money together, even though we're mad young, and we're just gonna take this trip on our own?
Nah, well, I initiated that because that's just who I was, you know.
Did you think that the older dudes was gonna hit you over the head? They wasn't gonna tell you the real price, or they was gonna take their little cut or whatever?
Nah, well, when we get together, we start developing our own ways, you know what I'm saying, about how we gonna hustle. Like, say for instance, I would say, Chi-Chi, who I mentioned earlier, I keep calling his name, but when he first started hustling with an older guy.
Okay.
He started doing things already. That's just his nature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I started hustling, okay, when we started going down to New York, I'm the one who went to New York. Everybody else that was older was staying back. You know, I got all the little dudes. I got the little car, hiding the little stuff in the back trunk, you know.
Where you think you're getting this leadership from, man? That's like a big step for a 14-year-old, you know?
Well, somebody had to do it. And I just, you know.
You think it was your circumstances? You think it was your circumstances, or was it just an innate ability that you felt like you was gifted with?
I just felt it. And, you know, everybody came to me, everybody trusted me, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and a lot of us grew up on this in this little area.
Yeah.
We grew up together, so we did a lot of things together. So naturally, you know what I'm saying? It started just flowing. It's just like, yo, I go get him, go get him.
Listen, you're 14, 15, regardless of how many people go in there, you got a brick in the ass. Yeah. That's unfathomable to some 30-year-olds ain't seen a half a key. Let's be honest, right?
Right.
So this happens. You realize the work ain't what it's supposed to be, right? You get back your first big hit going to New York.
Let's tell them how long the drive is. Tell them how long the drive is.
Back then they didn't know about 380 to 80, so that's about 5 hours at that.
I took the throughway all the way there.
All the way there and back.
Take 380
And the car with the drugs and all.
Okay. Now that's the difference. Some people, I'm glad you said that, Blunt, because we all live in New York State,
right.
But they think, okay,
they think Syracuse is around the corner.
It's around the corner. No,
right.
we talking about you got to go to PA, Jersey, then New York again, just to get to New York City, right? So you do that, you get back, you finally get back, the work ain't right. What, y'all panic? What's going on? Y'all kids, what y'all got going on?
Well, when we found out it wouldn't come, it wouldn't
come back right.
Right.
It was some real work in there, but it just wasn't.
So it just stayed soft or something.
Right. So once we started, selling it and doing, we got anything that we can get. But the whole thing was we went back to him
with the bad work.
Most of it.
So
you got to break down your mentality.
Yes.
At 15 years old.
Okay.
Let's go.
A lot of people would have took that as a sign that this shit ain't for me. I'm gonna hang it up. I'm gonna do my homework.
Poppy's got me.
Right, and I'm gonna be a straight A
I need to buy 8 balls from the nigga on the corner. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's crazy that we talking about this because now it's bringing back the memories of we going back. You talking like 7 to 8 of us. We going back to a Spanish Harlem inside of a building where it's like 30 or 40 of them. They calling each other back. We don't want to hear nothing.
And your kids.
That's right. But then the dude who sold it to us, he had more so knew what he did. So when we got back, he explained the reason why he did it to us. That's what was our hookup, though.
What did he say? Why did he say he did that?
He needed us to come back. That's when he fronted us some and straightened us for that. And we just took off.
Shit is real. His plan worked.
Yeah.
Or he was full of shit and he just do that to every fucking body. But y'all came back. Yeah.
Okay, so at that point, what he give you another key and a half, or he gave you?
What we did was he straightened us for that. We didn't bring all of it back, so he straightened us. But he also gave us a key on top of that.
Because he done seen y'all done come back and y'all serious about hustling.
Right.
All right. So
and then another thing that I also want to mention, because to make it, how serious this was, we got trapped on that block.
Hold up, because y'all expected to come there and do something to this Spanish.
Yeah, I know y'all had to talk the whole 4 hours to the city. Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. What y'all riding with? Y'all got
no gun, no nothing.
Back then, we ain't had no gun, but all we want to do is fight. That's where you get the name Boogie Down Bricks from.
All right.
So y'all think y'all gonna go to Spanish Harlem?
This the 80s, though. We in the 80s.
We're gonna jump everybody.
We in the 80s.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just giving a backdrop.
Okay. No, we in the early 90s.
Early 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s.
All right.
Crack era on full.
What?
Out of control. All right. So boom. You do that. Your whole team of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dudes is y'all turning up now, or some niggas they young. And all y'all young, so y'all supposed to fuck up. Did you blow the money? What you got going on?
Yeah, we bought a bunch of stuff. I got caught. My first car was a white Pontiac.
Okay.
I got my Pontiac sitting in the back. I got busted by my mom's and my uncle now. I got trunk full of clothes, shoes, everything. That's what we used to jump out
in the notorious movie. Changing your clothes on the roof. So, all right. You got a car, you 15. You got a bunch of clothes. They know you hustling though.
Nah, no.
Your peoples don't know you hustling.
Nah.
Okay. How do you pull that off? How do you pull that off, man? At 14, 15, how do you take trips? How you pulling this off, man? And when you gotta be home by the street lights, like what's going on?
Yeah.
You tell them you're sleeping at your boy crib and y'all take the trip.
We gotta go get dressed to go to school from the car trunk, the whole 9.
All right. So what y'all doing? After you come back from New York, Poppy front you the other bird.
And basically we just, we really took off.
Is y'all really a team or not really? Like
Oh no
team.
No. Because myself, even though we do things, me myself, I had another angle at it. The way I'm going at it.
Okay.
I'm looking at women and money and lots of both.
Let's go.
That's it.
Okay.
That's what your focus was.
Yes.
Okay.
Back then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You know, you get older and things change, but you're just gonna stay back there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want to keep in perspective. You talking about middle school though?
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to keep in perspective.
All right. So are you taking L's? Do you instantly just turn up and just get busy? What's your team doing? Is one other dude in your team turning up more than you, or you turn up more than them, and they hating? What's going on at the time?
No, well, all of us is doing things. You know what I'm saying? So but you're only gonna get like 2 or 3 that really turn it up.
Of course. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. And at that time, you know, we was blowing a lot of money buying stupid stuff, you know.
Is you keeping Poppy straight though?
Oh, no doubt.
You might go back, spend all the profit, but you make sure he good money.
No. We spend most of the profit, but we're also, I told you I have my own little way of doing things. I'm trying to build. So every time I'm going back, I'm trying to spend as much as I can.
All right, now boom. It's all y'all going back together, or eventually you just going, or eventually you and your man just going? Like what?
When we started off, a lot of us was going together, going a lot. As we started blowing up, people started getting their own cars, getting their own identity, started doing things. Me, myself, I went a whole different way, started doing things different.
Like how?
Like getting females to drive it back.
Okay.
See, it was dangerous at first. We was driving it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
now you can't take that
On
chance.
top of the work,
more
you have no
valuable.
license. You have no license.
No, nothing.
Who knows whose car it is? You just
Right. And sometimes we might have we had another kid that was like a dope fiend. We have him drive it back, and he didn't have no license.
Yeah.
So we following him.
He's super
and
reckless.
Yes.
He's just super reckless.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many years passed by? Like, you still dealing with the same Poppy? What's going on? Are we talking 2 years, 3 years? What
As
we doing?
time goes by, you know what I'm saying, I start getting older. Me and him developed a whole different chemistry. And this chemistry that me and him developed was I was able to say not here. Because like I said, I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
What you
And-
mean not here?
Yeah.
Let me.
Like pay him for what
You don't
I
have to
would-
keep. You don't have to keep fronting you all the work.
Right.
I want to
right.
buy mine.
I buy
I get a
mine.
better price.
Right.
What's the
And-
numbers like on birds back in these days? What we talking?
Okay, we started, no doubt, key and a half, but now we started talking about 10, 15, 20. We moving up. But
How old are you? How old are you? Because you moving
17, 16, 17.
So
But
you telling me, do you stay in school? So you're in high school with 10 keys?
high school, I was going sometimes. You know how they go.
Right.
But the thing that what I started to also develop was the fact that okay, when sometimes he come up, he might have
up?
20
You
or
come to the
30.
queue?
He'll come to the town to see you?
Because he
Come
see
to-
you turning up.
Right. Come to Syracuse. You say you stay in the hotel out Carrier Circle
Okay.
for the weekend. And during this weekend, he might say, I got 30 keys. So I go round up everything from everybody.
Now I know you keep.
Do they know he there?
Yeah, sometimes
Okay,
some
okay.
of them know
Okay.
and some of them don't.
Okay.
And sometimes I just go get the dough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all be back.
You know what's crazy about this story so far is it's like you went there as a group, right? Initially, you went there with the group. I'm sure you all had the same similar ambitions. What gave you the intuition to get that relationship with him, like more than anybody else?
Because also, we got to go back to when we really started the beginning. We had the older kids, too. We had a block where we had like 10 or 15 dudes selling.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah,
Hand
blah.
to hand, running
Right.
the cars.
Right. So now I'm the one who go get it. These other dudes that everybody keep hollering about, they're the ones who just take it. You got another one, okay, he split it.
Gotcha.
Split the money, you see what I'm saying? So I have to stay in the background
Gotcha.
because I'm the one who with the connect. The
Right.
soul connect.
Right.
See
But
what I'm saying?
any of them could have stepped up and tried to bridge that gap, tried to kind of, step on your toes and become that relationship that close to the plug. So you just had that intuition. You just knew what it was.
No question.
All right.
Yeah.
So boom, we 17.
You're 17. At this point,
are you not taking no losses? No, who has a run like that? Like that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like I done been in the game. I've lost. You know what I'm saying? How you running
Everybody
for these
loses.
years
Everybody loses.
without no real losses and you where the robbers at? You a kid, like
Right,
where
but
the
back then,
explain the difference in time.
Right,
That's what I'm saying.
right. Robberies was more so come from our neighborhood, from us.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of difference.
Like jealousy going on, people that know you.
Right. See what I'm saying? And then plus I'm hanging with, you know what I'm saying?
The robbers, basically.
Rack of
the
people.
Goons.
Right. But it was an incident that did happen, you know what I'm saying, as where we was coming back from New York. And this incident was when we went, actually what happened was I went and picked up a guy. Boom. Him and this girl beefing back and forth.
How old are you? Is this still the
This is-
teenage years?
Yeah, this,
Okay.
but no. Now I'm in my early 20s.
Okay.
I was getting, but I'm come.
So this whole time, you ain't caught no charges, you ain't caught no real losses, you getting 10, 20, 30.
Oh yeah, you had jokers called. I had actually like in '92, and like June of '92,
Whose phone is that?
That's all
like
good.
in June of '92, we was coming back from the reservation. Somebody
What's
was
the
jealous.
Yeah, what's
Indian
the
reservation.
Yeah, the Indian reservation in Nedrell,
Outside of Syracuse.
outside of Syracuse.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, and somebody called and reported a drug situation. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
pulled
saying?
over or something.
Right.
You got pulled
Strip
over.
search, all the whole nine. I got, they find the drugs in the door of the car. Boom. Have a search hearing. This time I paid Sal Piemonte. We beat at the suppression hearing.
Big boy lawyer in the town.
Yes,
Okay.
Sal Piemonte was one of the best lawyers out of Syracuse.
Yo, so like I'm captivated by the story so far, but I just really want to try to understand what it's like to be 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with this much, not only money but responsibility, man. Like you're mature financially beyond your age, right? And I know it's forcing you to grow up faster than you want to at this point. Can I assume that?
Yeah, no doubt it was.
So, like, tell me about some of those pressures because, at the end of the day, obviously this platform isn't to glorify these things. It's to give people an understanding and curve them away from some of the decisions that you made. So, what are some of the pitfalls you're facing at this point? Like, I know you want the money, but now you have the money in such a short amount of time. What's some of the negative energy that's really fucking with you at this point?
Well, you were having a lot of negative energy. You have it coming from females because you mess with so many females, so you really can't.
Are you dealing with older chicks at this time?
I'm dealing with older, younger.
Younger? It don't matter. All right.
Everything
You
in
got
between.
the bag. It don't even matter.
It don't even matter.
Okay.
For real. Okay. But then also, I can't go into bars because it's bringing so much dissension. You know what I'm saying? Because the people, sometimes, like, when I go to bars, the people that I'm with, just by them sitting there buying these girls beers, doing this and then this, something break out.
Right.
So, but we never was shooting back then.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a
that's
lot
the
of
difference.
fights.
It was
a rare that
Right.
somebody really get shot heavy.
Right.
Okay, you talking about
Right.
80s, 90s.
right. So
Okay, so you catch a charge, you beat the charge, but you still running. You up. Are you still? Is it just grab 20 birds here? Are we talking 2 times a week? Are we talking about every week? What are we talking about?
well, when I got caught, after I beat it, I chilled for a while.
Didn't hustle?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't have to, but it's more so scared me because it was the first time that you know what I'm saying. You getting arrested, you been
Okay. Well, I wanted you to tell me as much as you could tell me at this point, right?
Okay.
You're running for. I did in 92, 93. What you early 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. You basically been running 5, 7, 8 years without really a hitch.
Right.
How much money are we talking about? Like as much as you.
Yeah. Just,
I mean, are we talking millions? What are we talking about? Because see, you know what it is too. I really want to stress this too because a lot of people think, because we from upstate, that somebody from New York City came and got you right. Like you was working for somebody. Like you went really and got your own bag.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
a lot of time people, oh man, you're upstate, man. My man was in the town and he was running your town.
And don't forget either.
People from New York, don't get it twisted. Not like they didn't come there. What I'm saying is, bro, we got our own bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a man 14 went and got his own bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He might have went there to get it, but he went and got his own bag. Like nobody ran him, nobody sunned him to do that. So you talking about running 10, 20, 30 bricks. I don't care if it's a month. We're talking about, that's a lot of money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about some commas. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to say the number. You know what I'm saying? I know him. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna skip that. What I'm saying.
But also too, a lot of people know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But also I did expand to Alabama when I first found out that my family, when you come down to Alabama for the first time after leaving for so many years,
Tax.
and now you find out. So now you really be able to spread things. If you look at my case,
That's a beautiful
they
thing.
charged in it.
It's a
put that
beautiful
in.
thing because most people who live up north originated in the South, right? Like my family is originally from Virginia. His family's from Alabama. So I say that to say, oh, now I got my cousin that's down in Alabama. Let me see what he working with out there because I know he on the bullshit, right?
That's what allowed me to hide a lot of money, to do a lot of things, to do a lot of other things with them. Actually, I was shocked to come into it when I first met him, and the way that the whole thing explained out, because we're all the same age.
Okay.
All of us.
So that's lit.
So
you get to turn them up. So like now,
actually, they was turned up. It's just that the connect.
it was that's all they needed.
Right.
So you didn't even need to really throw them nothing in the beginning. They had money.
Oh man, did they?
Had money.
Oh man.
Oh
did
yeah,
they?
y'all buying 10. Let me give you another 10 on top of it. Let me.
Oh, my
let
goodness.
me.
Man. Oh.
Don't act like down south dudes is slow. Them niggas is getting money.
Right.
I've been in places, been in prisons, whatever. Them dudes put 40, 50,000 in the engine in the Chevy. And we buying Chevy. I'm serious. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Oh, I want the big motor. They'll put 30, 40 grand in a motor like to soup it up and all of that. While we buying Benzes,
Right.
they buying Chevys that cost just as much as your Benz.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like they don't play about their car.
Listen, when I really knew that it was getting it, because one day when I was down, I watched at least like 20 dudes come, and they give them $2,000 packages, and these dudes bringing $1,600 back. I'm like, yo, and they just throwing them in trash
They getting
bags,
$1,600 off of 2,000.
and they getting them like they're selling, dimes. So
Okay.
I'm tripping.
Okay, so you see they get money. Alabama turned up. You got them lit. Now, what years you start rocking with the Bama crew?
I didn't start coming home till I think it was 93,
Okay.
94, 93, 94.
All right. Now
That's when the first time I came back. You see what I'm saying? Because I wasn't coming back and forth like that. This is when I get the opportunity to meet my real family, get my opportunity to really find out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, at this time, is you rocking with my pops at all?
Vic Isaac is with me all the time.
Okay. I just want to throw that out there.
Because
So,
but
y'all
I
get
didn't.
money together at this point.
Yeah, no question. I didn't want to call no names, but being that I did. But however,
That's my pops.
okay,
This is Vic.
okay.
Now-
But
now-
he's
now.
already an OG that was already
My
on
pops
latest
is older
thing.
than you, so I want. So, my pops, sidebar. When I was young, me and you are probably 7, 8 years apart. We're not that far. My pops is 21 years apart from me. Right. So you're in the middle where I could see you around, and you'd be like, "Well, you get off the block. You know your pops is gonna kick your ass or something, right?" So, the illest part about it is when I was young. Like to even see my pops rocking with you at the time. When I was young, my pops was like a superstar to me. Like he was getting money, right? So I don't know what happened. I just know years fast forward, y'all rocking, you young.
big Benz, black Benz. I remember it was like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I would go over your house at the time with you and your kid's mother. I ain't even gonna put a name out there. And y'all didn't stay too far from my pops when they stayed in Liverpool.
Right.
So, we'd go over there. So I'm like, damn, Dewayne getting all this money, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, my pops hanging with the young boy. I felt like, I don't know, like you was schooling my pops or something, right?
Nah.
But I realized my pops, number one, I'm young, like I'm 15, 16, 17,
Right.
so it's different. Like I don't know everything that's going on in the street. I might be dabbling, but I ain't.
Right.
I'm in the way.
Right.
Keep it a buck. Like I ain't no 14. I got this ill story. No, I'm nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? But you even told me like my pops will give you jewels. My pops done been in the game, so he can kind of school you to the pitfalls. Whether you got more money than him or not, he can help you, guide you along the way.
He had a foresight. He sees things because he was older. He can read people real good. He was real good at that, and he can see things. Don't when you start talking about him, you talking about a man that don't lay a solid foundation, don't actually put his work down in Syracuse.
Okay.
Legitimate.
Right.
So we're not just talking about anybody. We talking about somebody that's very well known and respected.
Known everybody. You can't go walk 2 seconds without him bumping into somebody.
Now, so like, I was wondering that too, because it's like getting that amount of money at that young age. I know it's a lot of older people trying to latch on and take advantage of that situation. And maybe giving you the wrong advice. Trying to manipulate the situation for their to better their own situation. But you latched on to him because he was guiding you the right way.
Yeah, he's seen those type things, and once you really hook up and get to know him, he'll let you know, in a funny way, but he'll let you know.
Word.
Yeah, he was dropping jewels.
Okay.
Definitely.
So back to the
Let
transgression.
me give
go ahead.
Let me
Do
give
your
a
thing.
jewel my pops gave me, right?
Go ahead.
Because I'm older and me and my pops so cool, like I don't understand my pops when he's young because I want my pops there, like every second of the moment he's not, right?
Right.
So, but as you get older, you realize, your pops is in the street, he has shit to do, whatever, you know what I mean? So, I'm in the street, I'm hustling, but my pops is the type to understand and be like, no, do it this way, right?
Right.
It might not be the best way a father's supposed to show a kid, but that's what my pops do, right? I respect them for it. My pops tell me, but I should stroll down the hill. I should stroll down East Fayette Street. Dude used to wave at me. Vic. Let me get $100. Let me get whatever. He said, listen, this is what I do. 3 dudes. I tell you, all y'all meet me in Springfield Gardens later, right? It ain't a project. What do you call Springfield Gardens? It's a low income apartment complex. It's not.
Right.
So,
Across the street from a school.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a college. So.
A lot of shit happened.
He told me, I told all 3 of them. They keep asking me all the time, Vic, what you got for me? I might throw them a couple $. And he said, listen, I got an 8-ball for each one of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come to the building over there. Give all of them 8-ball. He said, guess what? Only one person came back. Turn him up. Now the other 2 niggas when I rode on the street can't ask me for nothing because they owe me. I let them run off. I bought them niggas for $100. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's the type of shit he'll say to make you not kill a nigga when he run off with your bread.
Right.
I bought that nigga for whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about showing that you tough. It's just I'm tired of y'all niggas asking, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And every time I might throw you $20, $30, $40, but it's like now I'm taking care of a kid. I got other kids of my own. You know what I mean? It ain't about how tough you is. He schooled me to. It ain't about busting your gun to let these niggas trick you off the street.
Right.
Buy these niggas. You know what I'm saying? These niggas in the way. They don't mean you no good.
Word.
They can't say nothing to you no more. Now when they see you, they head down because they owe you.
Right.
Keep it.
Yeah, that was one of his main things. He said you judge a friend by money. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? You see what he gonna do with it. Boom. He'll tell you right then and there once he get the dough. So, $100, $50, that was nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you'll be able to see, you know what I'm saying, who you're dealing with.
So at this point, what was that initial charge? Back to the story, right? What was that initial charge that kind of scared you a little bit from progressing?
That actually was an A3. That was like anybody and everybody get it.
Explain that. A3 felony.
Yeah, A3 felony means you automatically facing 4 to life.
Okay.
Yeah,
A
so
legal sentence now, because that's the Rockefeller law era.
Right.
4 to life. I said it in a previous episode. My little brother Burrell is still bidding on a 3 to life from
That same thing.
2003.
Wow.
And you can get a 3-year sentence, 4-year sentence, 5-year sentence, but you're on life parole. So you can violate every year for driving with a suspended license. You're going to go back for a year or whatever, and that shit is crazy. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's one of them sentences that was just fucking out of control.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no doubt. So that's what it was. So it was mandatory that I got Sal.
Sal Piemonte, the lawyer.
Yes.
You got Sal, he whooped it, right?
Yeah. At the
Okay.
suppression hearing,
That's-
somebody had called in, you know what I'm saying,
Hating.
hating. That's right.
Uh-huh.
So didn't show up for the hearing, which that's how it beat it.
That violated everything because
Right.
the how you got the information is not even there.
Right.
Okay, this is 1992, right?
Yep. June '92.
Okay, you running with my pops. You got a big crew at this time. Is y'all deep? What are we talking? 5-6 dudes, or you just serving motherfuckers? And what I'm saying is, are you good on all sides of town? What I'm saying, no beef. Like you seem like you have a smooth hustling life. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
I just never.
Yeah.
I never heard of no just smooth hustling life.
Yeah, we back then at that time, we can pretty much go on all sides of town as long as you cool with people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we was on money.
Okay.
We weren't trying to hear nothing. We can get some money.
Okay.
And then we're gonna trick.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, fast forward 95. Is that the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
February '95.
February 95. Going to New York.
Yeah.
What happened? Gotta explain it.
All
Because this is
Real
what
quick.
this one I want
Go
to
ahead,
do.
go
Why
ahead, go
are you
ahead.
still driving to New York like this,
This is what
after
I'm
you're
saying.
running for 10 years, getting bread? Like why? How are you still driving to New York? Like you said, you got girls driving. Why are you still going to New York, grabbing work or doing whatever? Like,
No. I was going down to buy clothes.
Hold on.
All of us.
Now,
it was
how
4
old
of
are you?
us.
How old are you in 95?
23.
Let's go.
Okay. We going down.
Oh, you had a great life. I'm
We going-
serious, you had a
we're-
15 to 23
Yeah,
was
you
lit.
was 15.
We're
My
going-
15 to 23 was trash.
Yeah.
I might have got some box a little bit, but
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
popping. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm coming like when we go down. It's a certain way that I always pick people up. I had picked up a couple of people, and that morning when I picked up this certain individual, him and his girl is arguing back and forth, blah. So he goes in the house,
Okay.
take all his money, take all his drugs.
Okay.
We don't know nothing about it. All of us that's in the car.
You don't know he's arguing. You don't know nothing. You might know.
We know he's arguing,
but you don't know what he does.
Yeah, right. We don't know that he's about to do this.
Especially because this is just a recreation trip.
Right,
This ain't
right.
about.
We
Hold
going
on.
to-
Y'all
Let's
not
keep it 100.
Right.
You're going to New York. You're not getting no work.
Nah, absolutely not.
You just
We got
chilling.
money. We got money. We're going to buy clothes, buy
Right.
jewelries for the
Right.
kids.
Who's
do all
with
that.
you?
It's me, Vic Isaac, and a couple other clowns.
All right. My
Okay.
pops and you.
Yeah.
Clown niggas.
Okay.
Let's go.
So we going. So we going to New York. Actually, when I pick him up, him
Hold
and
on.
his girl.
All
argue.
of them.
Okay.
We not naming the clown niggas, but you calling them clown niggas because they end up blowing the flute later in life, right?
Then and later, and still
Okay.
do.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
so
go. Clown
now
niggas.
when
Let's
I go pick,
they
when I
don't
go,
even deserve to be mentioned.
right. So when I go pick him up, they argue. Blah. Boom. He takes everything. So I takes him to his mother house.
Okay.
Then he goes in his mother house and he's arguing with them,
With the mother too.
arguing with everybody. And I'm tripping, but we sitting in the car. We like, look at this fool. You know what
So
I'm saying?
y'all five deep.
We four. He's the fourth.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
you should know by this time many trips.
Right.
Forget PA. Jersey is on bullshit.
And that's
4
what we
niggas in
doing.
the car.
4 black dudes in the car.
Okay.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
at this point, I'm thinking, how does he even get in the car with you? How is he even an option?
Why
Because,
doesn't he go to his side chick house and drop whatever he got?
no, but besides that, just like I know at this point you had a smooth run. It's not by coincidence. You're obviously making good decisions, right? You're doing things for people that
You catch one case in
that
8
garnish
years.
loyalty, right? But you pick somebody up who, I'm not gonna spoil the story, but who throws a wrench in everything. Like, why is he even privileged to be in the car?
Has he been a fuck up?
He's
If
never
he
he's never had nothing. So me, if you hanging with me, you know, I'm gonna basically teach you how to get money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not really doing nothing at this time, but I'm like, you can call it, I'm helping him.
What do you mean you're not doing nothing at this
Okay.
time?
I don't have to hustle this time
You on
because
your
I don't.
CEO
Right.
shit.
Okay.
You on
Yeah.
your
So
CEO, yeah.
okay, now by me taking him to it, when he got in an argument, whatever, with his family, he can't get in the car. We're talking junk to him as far as going down there, but no one thinking that he has this drugs and money on him like that.
Okay.
So when we get down there, everybody go shopping, do their little thing. you know.
He's shopping. Everybody's shopping.
Everybody, absolutely, everybody shopping. Ain't nobody even paying attention to that. We're
Y'all
in the
carefree.
car. We don't ride in the car no more.
Okay.
You know, we seriously have people, you know, we
Right,
got to
right,
pay them.
right.
We'll follow the car back if you
Okay.
don't trust them, but
Okay.
we don't ride in the car like that.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? We
So
talking
are y'all-
95 now.
Are y'all in New York for just the day? Or
Yeah,
y'all-
we go there early that day, coming back that night,
Where y'all go shopping at? Let's
125th. We go to Apollo, right across the street from the Apollo.
Okay.
We stay right in there. Back then, that was like a lot of that area. They have stuff like on the outside where you can buy clothes, and in the stores you can do it. Then it was my man Blue on Mark 125th that had the jewelry that we used to go deal with.
Okay.
So we go down there a lot.
So you making real relationships at this point in the
Yeah.
city.
Like, you know
making real
motherfuckers in
relationships.
New York City, you know spots to go.
Right.
No
everything.
doubt, no doubt.
You're not looked at as an outsider. They fuck
Nah,
with you.
nah. Now we have relationship with people now. You know, it's been a minute. So, anyways, while we do all this, we go shopping on the way back. Literally, we coming through Jersey. I ain't gonna never forget this because of this is crazy the way it happened.
Shit is out of control.
You know, like it's like
Sure.
right up. We coming 80 West. We coming back. We got to hit 80 West, Delaware Water Gap. Then you hit 81. Okay, as we coming back on 80 West, it's like a little thing where the police cars parked.
And
The
that's the
police is
shortest
actually literally sitting on the car eating his sandwich.
Are y'all speeding?
No, we're not speeding. We're doing
Who's
60.
driving?
I'm driving.
Okay.
We're doing 60. I'm driving. So he's eating. He looked, threw the sandwich, ran to the car like some Batman and Robin shit. You be like, yo.
Like he just knew that car is the
So
one.
yeah, and now I got license. So I'm like, in my mind, what
It's
the fuck?
whatever. I
Yeah.
can get my ticket.
No,
go ahead.
I'm not gonna let the window down. I'm ready to trip. I'm on everything else.
You on all bullshit because
Right.
you know you in the right.
Right. So I know he ain't about to pull out here on us. So when he pull behind us, I go down for a minute. I'm hot.
Right.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to explode. Go to jail. Everything.
All of
Right.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So
Why
he
not?
pull us over. So dude in the back is acting, nervous. That's when he asked for license registration. What'd you pull us over for?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go through all that.
Yeah.
This dude in the back acting crazy nose. Then he tells us, "Yo, I got this drugs on."
What he got on?
Hold on.
What does
Man,
he
this
have on?
man got 26 ounces in one. Then he got like another 11 in another one, bagged up.
He got over a bird on him, bagged.
Up.
How does he sneak a bird in the car with you? He
He had it on him.
Clothes were bigger back then.
No. He had it
Clothes were
on him.
bigger.
He brung it because of him and his girl arguing. She told him to get the
What I'm
stuff
saying
out the
is
house.
it in a bag or is he what
He
is
had it in his coat. We wasn't on him to be like, yo, patting him down. We never even thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
get pulled over. Is it crack or is it coke?
it's crack. Then
out of control.
on
Crack is
what,
is 500 to 1. 50 to 1. Crack.
it was 100 to 1.
100,
100 to 1, not even 50 to 1.
Yeah.
100.
People don't understand.
Yes,
in
because of
crack
19.
law in the feds, crack was 100 grams to 1 gram of cocaine.
Right.
Even though it takes cocaine to make crack, they made crack 100 grams to 1 in the sentencing so that it really can destroy black community because crack was mainly in the black community, not in the white community. So they say your guy's gonna get sentenced 100 times more than someone who a person with 500 grams of crack was equal to 5 kilos of cocaine, which is out of control.
Right. Right.
So let's just clear that up.
Yeah, right.
That to where Obama came in and changed
No.
that
Let's
shit.
clear this up.
But let's go.
A person with 1 kilo of powder has 100 kilos of crack. It's 100 to 1.
100 to 1.
So 50 grams is a mandatory life sentence. 5 grams is 40 years. All this stem from is what they call the Sentencing Reform Act. This act come from because of Lenny Bias when he died.
Let's talk about it.
So they went in there crazy in 1984 with that
That was the
Sentencing
war on
Act.
drugs.
Right.
Ronald
That's
Reagan.
when it initiated it.
It took
right.
something that high profile in order to put any attention to it.
Right,
If
right.
it wasn't for Len Bias, that's crazy because something so tragic, it brought some type of attention to it.
And this was even
crazy.
what
But Len Bias didn't have crack; he had cocaine.
right.
So that was the
Okay.
dead wrong part of it.
Got you.
Because
Got you.
that had nothing to do with it. If we gonna do cocaine, let's do all cocaine.
Right.
Len Bias wasn't smoking crack. He sniffed cocaine when he got drafted.
Right.
And it's even crazier because a couple years actually in between that time, Kissinger and them bypassed the FDA and slipped in from 15 years. You only can get 15 years at that time for a key.
Okay.
They bypassed that,
Okay.
the FDA, which you dealing with food and drugs,
Right.
and put in this 10 to life and 5 to 40. So they just put this in.
That's where the mandatory minimums came in.
That's where it come from. So this was
Okay.
created. Then, you know what I'm saying, they put it in 84, and they really ain't start pushing it to 87. Give people 3 years to really push it. Okay. So that's really crazy, but let's get back
Let's
to
get
Right,
back to
right,
the
right,
story.
right,
right.
You're wrong. You're
Right.
wrong.
Because I feel like I'm in the car right now.
You get pulled over. The nigga in the back is nervous. He said, "I got this work on me."
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
His
Did you ask him how much?
Nah, I went to tripping. So cause
Yeah, I
it
was
changed
about to
my
say.
mentality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in Jersey. I'm in the car with this dude.
Right.
And you're
You
not
went shopping.
respecting
You're
who-
not even on bullshit.
So you got the whole city of Syracuse already know what I'm doing. They already,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
Syracuse is not small. You know what I'm saying? So now you got me in the car with this type of drugs.
Okay.
Right.
You know, so now we like his own brothers like claim your shit, claim your
Word.
shit.
Let's
Word.
go.
This shit,
Respect.
it happened
Right.
so quick, but man, it's something you'll never forget in your life because you like, yo,
It
this
changed your
dude
life. It
played
changed-
everybody right then and there.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
You about to go down for a bird when
Right.
you dealing with 20,
You-
30, 40, 50. I ain't got time to be going down for no
Right,
bird.
right. But what he did was he said, "I got this."
Does the officer come back to your driver's seat?
He came back to the car. He
But
gave
at
me
this
my-
point,
he
you
went-
feeling totally different. I know your face is different.
He
Because-
knows your face
right,
is different.
Right, because when he first comes, you on your shit. You like,
talking.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm going to let this motherfucker have it. He's profiling me. But on the way back, you're like, fuck.
I'm not scared because of the way I came up.
Okay.
But I know that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to panic,
But shit is
but
different.
I'm mad is like I'm
Motherfucker.
far beyond mad.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now his own brother is saying, "Yo, claim your shit, claim your shit." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yo,
Right.
chill. If he come, I got this."
Okay.
So now when he said this, when the police officer slid my license and the registration back, he said, "Yo, why is this guy over there nervous?" You see
He
what I'm
was the
saying?
one with
Hold
the
on, hold on.
funny-
What did
was
he
the
say
one-
he pulled you over for?
Some BS. Some
Oh, no.
BS. Yeah,
It's
speeding.
irrelevant.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
some speeding. So it's BS. Period.
Did he come back
I'm
with a license,
mad about it.
registration, and a ticket?
No, he didn't give us no ticket. He just he was focused now on because the dude was sitting in the back passenger side.
Okay.
Okay. So now when he gave me my license, he said, "Why is he nervous?" So then he walked around to the car. When he opened the door, Mike snuffed him.
Snuff the police.
Ran across the highway.
Hold on, first of all, hold on. So, the man, miscellaneous man, jumped, he opens the door, when the police open the door, he snuffed the police
Snuffed him.
with the brick on him
Real
and ran
quick,
across the highway.
and ran across the
See,
highway.
now we're coming this way from 80 West.
And what
So-
time of the year is it?
Is it cold?
February.
So
95.
there's wild snow everywhere. All
No
that
question.
shit.
In
No
Jersey,
question.
it's out of control.
No, it's tripping.
He doesn't throw his bird. He's just running with his bird.
Once he hit him, he runs across the highway. Now, you got cars
Does the
shooting
officer
by.
fall? Like what?
He was more shot than anything.
I know it was a sloppy
Yo.
punch. You know all that snow and shit. You trying to get out the car. It wasn't like a full blown. It wasn't a perfect form punch.
He got
B.
assault and battery on the police. He might die. This the Al Sharpton era, like
Yeah.
marches and shit.
I'm cool though. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I'm cool with it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he
ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right. I turned the car off.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because now you got another police coming, and the other police is chasing them across
And now it's
two highways.
now
80
it's
West.
completely on him.
Right.
It's completely on home.
80
Right.
West,
He
80
did his
East.
thing.
He's on the other side.
Right. 80 West. I mean 80 West going this way. 80 East coming back this way. This
Yeah.
is where we're coming.
He jumping over.
And in between it, you got like
a median.
maybe 15 yards, like a little ditch full of snow, whatever. But he runs straight across, the cars bumping.
He
the
does
horn,
some
the whole
Olympian
nine.
shit.
Yeah, he goes boom.
All right.
Police chasing him.
Okay.
The other police, when he pulls up, he says to us, "Yo, tell on him right now, and we'll let all y'all go."
They caught him.
Yeah,
At that time, they had
no,
caught him.
no, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
So when he pulled up, he say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm instantly saying, ain't nobody doing no telling, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because we cool. I'm thinking he got 15, 20 yard run on the police.
He can get away.
Only thing you're going to do is take the car and this little bit of money we got.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
You do
right.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
He got to run. The rest of the police, boom, 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 when they chasing him. This man is out in the field 40, 50 minutes. Way in front of everybody.
3 feet
We
of
talking
snow.
about snow. You talking about
Cliffs.
water, trees,
Yeah.
everything.
It'd be cliffs
He
off
get
the
caught.
side of the
You talking
highway.
80 West.
Right.
He get
right.
caught.
He got this man beat by a mile. He got
After he
this man beat.
snuff him, he's running.
You got
He's-
other
he's
police.
just-
They don't even have a chance to get a dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, they come back with this man with the drugs.
How long? How long? How long was you sitting there for?
Man, we
How
sat
long
there
you sit
for we sat there for about 45 minutes. Actually, the time speed, I can't sit here and judge. It's just that the time it was seemed like it was so long time, but it speed up so quick. Everything happened.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? They come back with this dude arrested
With the drug.
With-
with
the
the
word.
drugs.
So he had every opportunity.
They still told us though. Yeah, he had every
every opportunity. to
Hands
get rid of
down.
shit.
Hold up. He could have said, "It's me." Hold up. This is my problem. This is my problem. Okay. Because
I got a lot of problems.
right.
Yeah.
This is my problem because all y'all get locked up for the drugs.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt.
This is my problem. This is my problem with the system. This man snuffed the police and got caught with the drugs. Why isn't he charged with the drugs? Not
Right,
even
so-
on no snitching shit. It's
Right.
like he got caught with the drugs.
Right. It ain't
He
nothing to do
ran
with
with
me.
the drugs.
Right.
It doesn't really have nothing to do. I don't care if he's in the car with me. He got out with the drugs. He didn't leave him in
The
the car.
crime didn't even
If you
happen in the
leave
car.
If you leave them if the drugs
Right.
in the car, you can charge everybody in the car. If nobody want to eat it. How
Right.
does he punch a police and get caught with the drugs and they charge everybody with the drugs?
Man, well, they came back to us again.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? After they brought him back, they had the drugs, which was, we called him every dummy under the book.
Of
Right,
course.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
It was stupid.
So
That was dumb.
they said,
Right,
listen,
right.
we'll let y'all leave with y'all money
Okay.
and the car. All
Okay.
y'all got to do is say, he did it. It's his.
Y'all ain't trying to do that.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Of course not.
So
That's
they,
your man.
yeah, they locked
He
us up.
dumb,
they lost
but that's
us
your
all.
man.
Right. So when they locked us all up, though, what they did was they gave all of us a $100,000 bill and gave him a $500,000.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Where y'all
they
locked
know-
up at? Where y'all locked up? At?
Morristown, New Jersey.
Morristown.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I got pulled over there before. I did.
So
That-
now, and y'all in the cell, y'all in the holding with him.
No, they were in the county. They was in the county for a second. What happened?
That's
Why
what
did
I'm
it take certain people longer to get out? Because at this age, I'm about to go to the prom. I'm like,
But you hearing shit.
I'm of age.
Right.
So why did it take certain people longer to get out? Explain that.
Well, what happened
Process.
was I was gonna have to be the one bail out because a couple.
You was
the
boss
other one,
status.
the
You
other
boss
one,
status.
the
Say
other
it.
one was gonna. He was far beyond, and it's his brother. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? So we dealing with that.
Did
Then
his
you
brother
see-
save him? Keep it real. Did his brother save
Or
him?
did his brother say, "Fuck him"?
Like because
Man, his
I know
brother
y'all was ready
his
to
his
just
brother
do
wasn't
him dirty.
trying to save nobody with nothing. Claim yours, shit and the whole
So he was
nine.
a stand-up.
I'm not even
Right.
talking about. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about, out of respect for his brother, is that the reason? Because a lot of things could have happened. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been justifiable.
Right.
That shit was stupid as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
Right. So
Are all y'all on the same pod?
Yes, we
That's
all
what
on the
I'm
same
saying.
pod.
Okay.
Yes. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to run down and bail me out instantly, but I can't.
Okay.
I can't leave the other ones because, you know, it was going to hit the fan.
Right.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
You
so,
have to bail niggas out to protect yourself.
No question.
I wanted people to understand that.
yes. I had to go through the guy named Ben here, Bell's bondsman out of Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, so who gets out? How long do y'all sit?
It was me, Vic, and his brother.
Now I remember
The guy's brother, not Vic brother.
the guy's brother who ran out. What I'm saying is, I remember that time. My pop sat like 8 months. Is that correct? Is that
He
about
sat
right?
6 months.
6 months.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. We couldn't just, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't just do that like that. But you had, my whole thing was.
Did you get out first?
No. This is the way I did it.
Okay.
Yes, I got out first before them, but they got out. But what I'm saying is the way I did it was I was trying to still protect this dude.
How did you sit? How long did you sit?
I sat 4 months.
Some people would say, how you were a kingpin and you sit for 4 months, you had $100,000 bail.
Right, and that's what that problem kept coming. You know, some people even was saying, "Well, yo, this dude, what he gonna do? What he gonna do? What he gonna do?" You see what I'm saying?
Nah,
Their
but some
mentality
people would
is
say, Dewayne got all this money. Why you ain't out the next day? You got $100,000 bill. That's 10 grand.
right.
10%. Why did you sit for 4 months?
because I was trying to protect
Everybody.
especially this individual.
Okay.
Even though
Because
that
you know,
we
if you
was
jump
rushing.
out there, even though he fucked up, I don't want to give him 50, 80 grand to get this nigga out because he did the bullshit anyway.
Exactly.
And then I got to bail these other 4 niggas out.
Yeah, I can't leave. I can't leave. We all 4 of us
I
on
just
the
want
pod.
you to
I can't
explain
leave.
it. I understand the process, but
Yeah.
I could see somebody watching this and be like,
This motherfucker, man. This
some bullshit.
Yeah. But,
So-
you know, yeah, that right there sparked a whole lot of things. That even sparked the federal investigation, which spurred me to the life sentence.
Okay. That's where I want to get to. That's how fast it gets there. All right. Everybody's home except the one man who ran. Right? Nobody gets him out.
Right.
Now, fast forward, he starts working for the feds while he's in the county jail.
Right.
Correct.
And I also want to emphasize, we're not just talking about somebody who just started working with the Fed.
Okay.
We're talking about an individual who I made sure his phone was straight, I made sure his money was straight, and I paid for his attorney.
You took care
And
of
he
it.
got-
even before that,
Hold on,
you
first
turned
of
him
all-
up.
And yeah,
Even
Even
fuck,
before that.
Fuck if you turned him up. His dumbass got in the car with a
Yeah.
bird. I don't give a fuck if I didn't give you $1. You're a fucking idiot.
and his it's a whole lot involved. His girl, the whole it's a situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So boom.
Okay. So the thing is though, once I got him attorney, you know, actually a good attorney, they offered him a 9 flat. In Jersey, a 9 flat is you do 9 months, and you have like
The rest
you got,
on parole.
right.
Okay.
He got 8 months in. He got 1 more month to go.
It's time served, basically.
That's it.
Man, these people dropped this man bail to $20,000.
You know he working. You know he
Man,
working. It's
yes.
over. He been talking from a long time ago.
Actually, the deal was already done. He was already working.
How do
with
you
the
know
feds.
this? How do you know this? Because you got his lawyer.
Yeah, I had his
Okay.
lawyer,
And-
and I also
and it's
had.
common
I had.
sense.
Right,
I had.
right,
I
right.
paid for my lawyer and his lawyer, and
Okay.
my lawyer had beginning.
Put you
started-
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So boom. Everybody comes home except him. Do you think the feds are coming, or you have? Because most people before the feds come have no reality of the feds, how real it can get, right? Because you might catch a state charge, you can beat the state charge, or you might get it. You get your lawyer to argue it down. But with the feds, there's no arguing it down unless you tell. When you go to the feds, they always tell you the only person who gets you out of your situation is you.
Right. No doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
You tell, or it's a graph.
Right. It's
Your,
period.
Your criminal
Tell
history,
a life sentence.
That's what we doing.
Basically, a lot of times what the feds do is they take 4 people in the room and they tell you just like this: 4 of y'all in here, who's gonna get the life sentence and who's telling. They leave it up to y'all. They leave,
And you already knew.
and that's when the phone calls start to go.
Okay. All right. So, all this time, you got 7, 8 years clean, really not catching no charge. You caught 1 charge, whatever you got to be. So, you about to catch a life sentence. You don't know this. You about to catch a life sentence off a dude who got in the car with a bird and jumped on the highway and punched the police.
all because he was beefing with his.
You didn't bring no work. You don't have nothing to do with the work that he got.
Absolutely nothing.
So, I say that to say, so he start working for the feds. Does he get released on bond when his bail drops to 20,000?
His bail dropped to 20,000, and it comes to me, the
'Cause you
first
gotta
person.
get him
Right.
out.
That's what he looking for. You know what I'm
you get
saying?
him out.
Yes, I got him out.
All right, you get him out.
Yes.
When he get him out, does he come to you?
Well, I took his cousin and his sister
Okay.
to Jersey to actually pick him up.
Okay.
Okay. So now, I didn't go in to make the bail once the whole transaction took
Why
place.
would you? You're on his case.
Right. I stayed late in the car, late in the back. At that time I had like a little
You're a
SUV.
good nigga for even driving out there.
Right.
Like,
Hell
why
yeah.
would you do that?
Yeah, fuck that.
Wow. But anyways, once we did that, you know what I'm saying, it's sometimes you don't notice really what happened until it's the end. And the reason why I say that is because when I pulled down off Brighton Street, when you pull in Syracuse coming from Jersey, because we coming from Morristown, New Jersey.
Okay.
I know
We
exactly.
pulled out of Brighton Street.
This is from picking him up from
Right,
the
from
feds.
picking him
How
up.
long are you out before he gets out?
I was out, I can't even remember.
Are we
I
talking
can't
about
remember, yeah.
3 months? Are we talking about
Probably
a year?
about three, 4.
Okay.
About 5. Yeah, I
Go
can't
ahead.
remember. But what really struck me is my baby moms.
Hold on, I want to stop you again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got mad
Are
questions.
you
too, man.
hustling while he's
mad questions.
after you caught this case?
No.
You ain't on nothing.
No,
You
no.
just living off old money.
I don't got no money, to the street. But yes.
Okay. I understand. But
Okay.
you lit.
Right.
BM'd up.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So now
Been hustling for 8 years.
Okay.
Let's go.
okay. So now my baby mom's like, yo, don't go get him.
The
out.
baby moms that I know.
Yes.
Okay. So
Don't go get him out. Leave his ass in there.
You
I
should have
don't
listened
trust
to
him.
her.
Yes.
Okay.
Regret that one. Women got intuition. They tell you
They
with
do.
You, man, they tell you that ride with them.
I hate all the
leave that-
intuition.
Better or worse,
Leave that
they
shit in.
always
Yes.
do.
Yes. She said
But hold on. Let me stop. They have intuition about everything. Though.
Yeah, even the.
That's why I don't
even the
listen
other
to
shit.
everything. Let me say that. Because it'd be like, that bitch like you. Shut up. I don't want to hear that. All right, but go ahead.
I want to know what that convo's like, cause tell people that don't know the distance, right? So you went to pick him up. It's a couple-hour drive.
right. It's a
What
full,
the
it's-
fuck? Like, I know, I don't know what's keeping you from jumping in the back seat and just beating the shit out this.
Hold on.
motherfucker.
First of all, do you
Yeah.
think?
Like, what is
listen, because you
happening?
haven't caught many cases. You only caught one case at this time. Do you think he telling, or you just like nah?
He know he telling.
I
'cause
know
he
he's
drunk.
telling because of
Your lawyer.
They dropped
Yeah.
it. The attorney and this my baby mom's. She like, yo, leave him
You
there.
still take the ride.
But
Why?
Cause he want to know.
back then you have to honor and to you know what I'm saying? And, we're not talking about somebody that I just met. We're talking about somebody that grew up like this.
That's
We
why I
done
want
ate
you
in
to
the
tell
hot-
the people.
ate, you know what I'm
This is how
saying?
the bad
I
decisions
gotta ask
are
you a
made.
real. Hold on. I gotta ask a real question.
Talk about it.
Was he in the first car?
Yes.
Wow.
14, 15 car.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you
I'm not
in the
mad at you.
same
I'm not
car.
mad at you. I'm mad at you, but I'm not mad at you. You didn't do anything wrong.
You in the same car, bro, at the end of your run
And then,
that you were at in the beginning of your run.
but hold on, but he's
But
This-
this
hold on,
how
hold
the
on,
game
hold on,
works.
hold
No,
on.
let me
This-
just finish this
go
thought.
ahead.
Let me finish this thought. In the beginning of your run, you knew nothing.
Right.
You going off blind ambition. You going off leadership. You going off just whatever, right?
Right.
At the end of your run, you know everything.
Right.
You a CEO. You ain't even touching shit.
Right.
But it's the end of your run that gets you caught up. And the reason, and I don't mean to stop you, bro, but the
Right.
reason I gotta say that is because that's the message. You can't outsmart the game.
Right.
You just
Exactly.
can't. You know what I'm saying? So that that's all I had to say. B.
Yeah,
Go
dude,
ahead.
that's
Go ahead.
that's you know, everybody know the game never changed. You know, only the players. We already know that now. You know,
But it's always. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's always somebody who was in that first car that didn't get it.
They never got
He
it.
didn't fucking get
They
it.
never got it.
We all the way out. Like, bro, you ain't had an ounce in the first place. You got a
Right.
brick and a half of your own.
this dude didn't even know how to hustle. That's and the thing that bothers you the most is I wasn't hustling. So I'm that's what made me get the CCE. You know what I'm saying? They
Explain
looking
the
at more so,
CCE. Explain the CCE. What is
okay, when you get a
continual
CCE, that's a
criminal-
continuing criminal enterprise.
Okay.
They saying you're supervising at least 5 people. And the jury actually picked 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, boom. You pick the man up from the jail. Do the feds come and get you? What happens?
Well, once it's a 4-hour ride, so
Okay.
we got a chance to talk about a lot of things.
Yeah, what's that
You know what I'm
talk
saying?
sound
What is
like?
that conversation like
Well,
coming home?
my thing was he wanted to get out and hustle. I'm saying, are you fucking crazy? He wanted to get out, hustle,
But
get
he
his
only
money.
wants to get out and hustle because he's working, though.
He still got his money that I was sending him while he was locked up for all that time. The money that for the attorney, he still got all these things going on. You see what I'm saying? The phone that I had for him and his girl, all these things going. So in my mind, I'm telling you, yo, listen, stop asking me, man. We got a case.
Yeah.
Stop asking me about
For work.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Stop asking me for
All right.
work.
Boom. This Jersey case. Now, y'all other 3-4 dudes that's in the car got this case beat, obviously, right?
No question.
So that's what I got. So what are your lawyers telling you? Because this is 6, 7, 8, 9 months later. What are your lawyers telling you? It's over? What are they telling you?
There initially the attorneys were saying,
It's
just
a
sit it
state
out, wait it
case.
out,
No
wait it out.
feds.
Yeah, state of New Jersey.
Okay.
Wait it out, wait it out. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at more so why did you still pull us over?
Okay.
The way he ran down.
Illegal search and
Right.
seizure. Let's
So
go.
we're looking at that. And because they had a habit of doing that with blacks in that area.
Okay.
Okay?
And they be strapped up like military when they be coming out in the
Oh,
glory uniform.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
it's the
Yeah,
same
no
vibe.
doubt.
I
Yeah.
know.
So we're still looking at that. So, but my attorney told me, my attorney at the time was Pat O'Hara, you know,
Why you didn't get the same? Why you didn't get the same attorney?
because it's
This
in
is
Jersey.
Jersey.
But I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Because Sal, the one who hired him, because I did pay Sal.
Okay. Okay.
Talk
Sal
to him.
went over there and
Talk
got
that
him.
shit.
So, yeah,
He had
so,
that
yeah,
relationship.
right. So Pat O'Hara told me, ain't no need you giving us no more money.
Gotcha.
It's
So-
over.
Right. So their whole thing was load Sal up. So
Because the feds coming.
basically,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? So when
So,
this
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Because I know the feds is coming. Why don't the feds pick you up in New Jersey opposed to Syracuse? Because that shit is real. You really got roped in New Jersey. You didn't have a case in Syracuse.
At all.
So why do the feds come in Syracuse opposed to Jersey?
Well,
He's snitching on you in Jersey. You on the road with him in Jersey. I want to explain
Why
the
they don't
Fed
just yap
system
you
because
when
the
you pick 'em
feds
up.
be on
Right.
bullshit.
Right.
So I want to explain how that happens. You know what I mean? Like you're in a whole nother state.
right. See, once someone tell on you,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? That's the initiation of their investigation. And what happened was at this time when they was doing the investigation or got the investigation from him, now they got to verify his information to make him a reliable informant.
Okay.
Okay, so being that's
And
what
you
made the
picking
bell
him
be
up
dropped.
was part of the
They had to
verifying.
confirm me and him together.
Okay. But all right, I've been in the Fed. So how does one criminal informant turn into a CCE or conspiracy? Because this is only one guy. So does he tell on multiple people to get other people?
Oh
to
man,
tell
he
you?
told on, he
Okay.
brought our whole crew down. He
That's
brought
what I'm talking
all
about.
of us down.
That's what I wanted to
He
hear you
brought
say.
he
That's what I
brought
wanted to hear you say.
everybody down.
He's out of
that-
control.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
brought
want to know.
everybody down.
I want to know how important that trip was. You picking him up, was that part of the verification that the feds wanted from him? That you would come pick him up?
That's exactly what it was.
They were watching you. Pick
We
him
never
up.
got an opportunity to finish. When I turned off Bright, it looked like it wasn't actually. It was like maybe 2, 3 in the morning.
Right.
It wasn't nobody there. Out of nowhere, soon as we got right up under the bridge, man, we was like surrounded like a squad.
So they didn't even
came
let
from
you get
everywhere.
home. The
Man,
feds picked
man,
you up as soon as you pull back in Syracuse.
Man, that was like a scene, a TV scene, the way they came from everywhere.
Do you think you were wrong for picking him up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you thought about this in yourself for many years.
Man.
Why the fuck did I go get this sorry motherfucker?
But I knew at this time, now don't forget, I don't really have no criminal history to be able to make right solid judgment.
Okay.
I knew something was wrong though,
Uh-huh.
because the thing that played out was baby bonds, what she said. You know what I'm saying? The incident with his baby bonds, which led to him with the hitting the police. All these things are playing out, and I'm looking at it, and they dropping his bail to $20,000.
One plus one is equaling 3 at this point. It's not.
I'm gonna keep it
equaling
real, yo. You got a lot of money at this point. You're situated. It had to be so many other options.
It was.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's
That's
the
what I'm
whole
saying.
thing. I wasn't. That's
Like-
what brings the. It was 11,500 phone calls.
I used to go to these court hearings.
Now you see what I'm saying. You don't have me on none of these wiretaps talking about no drug transaction, but you have this guy right here as
He
a
got in the car.
confident informant.
If he had to be thinking anything could happen on that ride home. He had to be thinking y'all might pull over at a hotel and he may never leave that hotel.
Nah.
Why?
Nah.
No. This is fam. This is from the first car ride.
Yeah, but a lot of shit has happened.
Bro, he's been talking from the door. That's the difference.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about that. He ain't had no bail for 6 months. And no reasonable bail, $500,000. He been snitching this whole time. So let me say this. All
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
The first real charge you catch is a Fed charge.
Right.
Forget the 92 charge. That ain't a real charge.
Right.
You
That's
whooped
not
that.
right.
First real charge you catch is a Fed charge. All right. How many people get arrested? I know this. We talking about in the 40s.
Right.
How many people get arrested after you get pulled over? How many people say that's on this conspiracy?
It's what 48. 48.
And
something like that.
who's number 1, 2, and 3?
Well, me and
What up?
It's 2
What up?
with CC. Yes,
What number are you on this conspiracy?
number 1.
All right.
Okay.
Number 1 on a 48-man conspiracy. That shows how real this shit gets, right?
Right.
Okay. Keep it a buck. They come to you to tell you to blow the flute? On who? On the plug? On the people under you? Because I hear it's called testifying down.
Yeah,
if you can testify on the people who are under you, and you
Right.
still can get the lower sentence.
Exactly.
Like, we're going to keep it all the way a buck. I've been to the Fed. You've been to the Fed.
Right,
Okay.
right. That's the first thing they're gonna ask you.
Okay.
Point
Are
blank.
they coming to you with a plea? Or they saying what are they saying when you get arrested at that night? How long do you sit before the people are coming to you and say, "Yo"?
Well, they'll arraign you within 30 days.
Okay.
They give you arraignment, give you your charge, unseal the indictment, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? After they don't played it through the newspaper, blew it up and all that. So
Okay.
they did that whole thing. We sat about 6 months
Okay.
before they really came to me with that deal.
Okay.
Yeah,
How much time were they trying to give you?
20 years, but they was trying to make me plead to a life sentence and tell to get my time down.
That's tough. You
Exactly.
plead to a life sentence hoping you can get less than that.
Exactly.
Out of control.
Right.
So at this point, you say, "Fuck the plea." And now, do you know everybody's telling on you at this point?
Oh, at this time, I know who's pretty much telling that's involved with the whole situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I know who I'm telling. Yo, you go do this, you go do this, you go do that.
What do you mean?
Let's
by that?
let's stop that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're telling people to tell on you
Right.
because you know they about to flame you with all this time. I'd rather y'all go home. That's what I want to get clear, because everybody say, "Oh, if you take the stand or if you write a statement, you ratting." But if the boss tell you snitch on me, is that still snitching?
Is that snitching? No. No, because this is the situation.
Okay.
All right, you got a situation that's where you got 11,500 phone calls. You got this situation that's where these dudes got 3-4 felonies.
Where everybody's going to
Right,
jail
right.
at this point.
Right.
Right.
You got
So
people with 3-4 felonies. They got 3-4 felonies. They got 2 or 3 phone calls with solid little doing a little something.
Listen,
Point blank.
this is what I want you to. Your daughter's here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have other kids that I know, right?
Yeah.
How do you explain that you really said, you know what? I'm gonna take this life sentence for y'all other dudes to go home. That shit is crazy. You might get the life sentence anyway, but how do you explain to them that
Right.
I had to do this because it was kind of the right thing to do? Like at the end of the day, you gonna get your life sentence regardless. Cause you going to trial and they're gonna book you. How do you say I had to do that because it ain't no reason for all of us to go down if I'm gonna get this sentence anyway, and he might get 20, 30 instead of this 10 he could get, or this 5 for telling on me, and hope that you can come home one day, because at the end of the day you didn't come home on a pill. You got home on a lucky black president that let you out.
Right.
Yeah, regardless, this the crazy thing. I don't care if y'all think because I was a hustler and all this other shit. You're not supposed to get a life sentence for drugs. You didn't kill anyone.
Right. You ain't hurt.
You didn't shoot anyone and
You're not
take
a
a
violent
life.
offender.
You're in that instance, I can see you say eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm.
I sold drugs. Life sentence is out of control. I didn't tell these people to take drugs.
Right.
I didn't tell these people to steal their mama's TV and ruin their family's life. I offered an opportunity. If they decide to take it, that's what they take it. You give me a life sentence for drugs, no bodies, no gun, no nothing.
No, nothing.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you feel you can tell your daughters, your son, whoever, and be like, you know what? I told them dudes, yo, tell on me, man. I'm gone anyway.
Right.
That shit is like
it's
a
like-
major decision.
You have to.
Are y'all in the same pod? Are y'all writing letters? What is going on? Are y'all in the same jail?
Well, you have to look at this situation for what it really is in order to really have to try
Hold
to
on.
get out of this.
I'm sorry. Let
Okay.
me stop you again.
Okay.
You're 24, 25?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Right.
And you
I
about
thought
to justify
first of all,
something that's
I thought-
unjustifiable.
First of all, I thought
Yeah,
I
you
was-
have to. You have
Yes.
to because you have like a situation like this dude is facing a life sentence.
Right.
Okay, I'm facing at the time what I'm looking at is 20 years to life
Right.
as a first time offender.
First time.
First
offender.
time, no
Right.
felonies,
Nonviolent.
Right.
no felonies,
So-
no nothing.
I'm facing mandatory minimum of 20 to life. So I'm looking at it like you
I'm getting
can't give me
stressed out just
nothing.
hearing it.
You
I'm
can't
getting
give me
stressed
nothing but that. Now we also don't forget it calls for mandatory because of what I explained to y'all Lenny By's situation,
Right.
the 50 grams.
Hold on.
So it calls for that.
I just want to stop. This is your first bid. You ain't did no time
Right.
in life.
Right.
A week, 2, maybe, whatever.
Right.
Bail out, get out. How do you feel your first time you facing a life sentence?
Yeah, what's going through your head, bro?
How are you planning to eat that? Like the way you talking about it, like, yeah, I'm only facing 20. How do you plan to eat that the first time? Like we talking about 1995, like it's 2017 and you just coming home.
Right.
It's 2018. Fuck it.
Right.
Right.
But you
How do you know? Man, listen, I was getting it in. I'm willing to eat that. Or y'all snitch on me. I do this 20. I might come back on a pill.
Right.
Not 20 because that's 20 if you tell.
see the way the federal system work is if an individual got a certain amount of drugs.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I gotta keep stopping
Okay.
because we don't know about the feds at this time.
I know, but
You ain't did a state bid.
Right.
You used to 2 to 4s, 3 to 6, 4 to life. Your first time.
Right.
We talking about 20 and life.
right. Right.
That's the difference. What I'm trying to. How do you let that shit sink in? This is a life sentence. This is 85%. We've been in the feds. Someone with letters, it ain't no 85%. You're not coming home. In the state of 20 to life, you might come home in 25. You got a chance. The feds, a life, you're not coming home.
Yeah, but people prior to them catching that life sentence don't know that.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to say.
Right.
You
People
think
don't
you
know.
got a chance.
Right. You know what I'm saying? People don't know, okay, when you go to the feds, they have a book called Busted by the Feds that back then explained
Who wrote
things
that book?
totally different.
Who wrote that book?
I can't remember.
All right, go ahead.
But you don't look at it that way. You always
I
look
read
at
that
it, you know
book.
what I'm saying? So when you doing this, like you said to this dude, like I'm gonna give you like this is what I did straight up in trial.
Okay.
You know, hey, this guy right here facing a life sentence. He want to plead guilty to this. All right, cool. I'll take it.
Hold on.
So I did that. So I did that with this the guy. He got 10 years because of that.
How many people, realistically, I ain't even talking about later people you forgave and all that. How many people did you say, you know what, come testify on me, bro?
It was 3.
So you knew that you were about to get a life sentence?
No,
Or you still thought
I
you could be
still
with
had it. My way I was doing it is I was pushing the girls back.
Right.
I also was establishing myself by separating because there's so many people talking.
Okay.
And they got so many tapes. They got so much stuff that's going on. In order for you to get out of a situation, you have to take that shit head on.
Damn, son. You know what I just keep thinking about, man.
Hold on,
Hold on, real quick.
I'm sorry. No.
All right, go ahead. But I gotta say
So
this.
without
Go ahead.
telling, how much time were they gonna give you?
Without
What's the plea? If you didn't tell, were they gonna give you a 40? They give you a 50, or is just life sentence unless you told?
that's what I wanted. I wanted to plea
To how much?
to 20. I wanted to plea.
Okay, you would've took the 20.
Yeah, I would have
Okay,
to. Yeah.
okay.
Because of the situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They got
trying to give
the
you
tapes,
that.
they got all this,
They
got
wasn't
that.
trying to give you that.
No. They wanted me
Tell
to
her nothing.
Right.
Tell her go to trial.
Right. That's
okay.
it.
Go ahead, Blanc. Let's go. That
It
shit
just-
is crazy.
It just
First
keeps
of all,
it keeps resonating with me how it all started.
you
Using it-
resonate. That shit like one of your good words.
It's great, man.
White privilege.
Yo, you said fruition earlier. That shit was a huge. Never mind. All right, so
Okay.
yo,
Black privilege.
yeah, you was in the driver's seat at 14. You was in the driver's seat at 23, 24 when you caught the charge. You still in the driver's seat right now.
Okay.
When it just metaphorically, right? You're in the driver's seat when you're telling them people it's okay to tell on me. When you're doing these things, you always saw yourself in the driver's seat, right? You always took that responsibility when you really didn't have to, man.
Right.
You know, you really didn't have to. And it's like, you know, the reason why this thing works, the reason why our podcast works, the reason why we're where we are now is because of relatability, because people can relate to it and people can understand the stories because they're human stories and they're human experiences, and your experience is important. And it's important for leaders out there who fall on their sword and who do what they feel they have to do in that leadership position, but the reasons why they may never be explained, you know, and it's just ill that even in the worst situation you still upheld that representation of yourself. And it's just fucking with me because it's like, why? You know?
Well, you know, I knew that I couldn't get out of it.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a lot of people being hurt, and sometimes you got to understand that the way I looked at it is, yo, you are saying you are saying that I did something I didn't do. Handle your shit. I'm gonna make everybody see it. At that time, that's the way I seen it.
Did that help you? Was that therapeutic for you to still be able to call shots, going through what you're going through? You're going through a dead-end situation. You're going through a fucked up situation. There's no light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
So
right.
did that help you, even though that you were still in a position to call shots? Because that's what you've been doing for the last decade.
Right. It helps you understand the hill that you had to climb. That's what made me become a man, because you coming from a situation. I'm coming from a situation where I didn't have a father. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, all these little dudes around me and hanging with a female that, you know, do certain things as like my everyday thing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm being raised by, you know, the people around me, but I'm also seeing things. So now when this is happening, as a, you know, you realize and you're like, oh, and you're seeing things, it's really bigger than what you think. So in order for me to get out of it, I had to go that route.
Okay.
That's the only way I seen
found-
my
so
way
you,
out of it.
You think that's the point where you found yourself as a man? You made all that money, bro. You made all that money. You did all that
But
real
you're
shit.
still a kid.
Right.
I don't care what you're talking about. You're 25.
At 23,
years
I
old.
wasn't. At 25,
23.
I ain't know myself completely.
I thought I did.
Right,
I thought
right,
I was
but
the
I
other.
didn't know
You just
myself.
had a lot of money, but you still life experience you got to go through that you later on probably when you was in the jail. Like, damn, I didn't do this. Well, I didn't do that. Like, it's still developmental years that you got. Like, my son is 20. He think he know everything. He don't know shit. But at 20, you had 30 keys.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that don't mean you that far advanced than him. You just had more money.
Right.
You still had to go through life experiences that a kid has to go through. So did you realize that later in your bid? This is your first bid. It's a whirlwind. It's a whole different life because it don't matter. We was in the Fed. You spent $280 a month. So $270, whatever it is, like. It doesn't matter how much money you got. Of course, you know, certain dudes with more money make more. But at the end of the day, we spend the same thing. Do you realize what life lessons are you learning as that bid starting? Like,
This situation got so deep that a dude came to me when I got out. This dude shook my hand. He said, "Yo, man, do you remember me?" I said, "Nah." He said, "Man, I was at the table, man, when you was playing cards." And then I remember
in Syracuse.
the day
in Syracuse or in the Feds?
In the Fed. No, I was in the Justice Center. What happened was
Justice Center is
Right.
a local jail in Syracuse. All right, let's just
Right. December 8th, I received 1997. I received a life sentence.
Okay, so that's how.
Prior to that, we was in there that day. I knew I had to go to court to get sentenced. I already knew that I was gonna get a life sentence. But we was playing cards. And while we was playing cards, I'm laughing, playing, you know what I'm saying? They just looking at me, they tripping.
Yeah.
You know, I'm playing cards, we boom. The police like, yo, you gotta go get sentenced. All right, yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
So we playing, yo, man, come on. So the marshals came up.
Yeah.
All right, come on, y'all. All right, go over there, get sentenced. I come back, we playing cards. So the dudes is looking at the TV, they like, yo, this dude over there laughing, he just got a life sentence. So that's what made him, you know what I'm saying, remember it. But to me, it was the relief from the trial, from the fake
everything.
dude, from everything. So
All right.
I knew what I had to do.
You get a life sentence, right? You're in shock. Is that safe to say? You're in shock?
I wouldn't say it was relief because
That's why
sitting down there.
That's why he said he was laughing.
Okay.
Right, sitting
Now-
down there for a whole entire year without going to trial, watching all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through the trial. My trial lasts 4 months.
How much do you blow on a lawyer on trial?
Oh, they
You
took
got
that.
Sal Piamani on
Good
trial?
Yeah, they took that. They took the
Good
money
question,
and locked
bro.
him up.
Lock the lawyer up?
Oh, they locked Sal up. Yes.
He's no longer a lawyer.
Yeah, he a lawyer now. He went to jail for 6 months. He went to Lewisburg camp. I went to Lewisburg.
He went to
USP.
federal prison.
Yeah.
And how is he a lawyer now? Did he appeal his sentence? Did he appeal his conviction?
No, he got 6 months back then. You see what I'm saying? But,
Would you get
but
barred
he
or
didn't
some
tell
shit?
He didn't
what
get
he didn't
disbarred?
tell on the
He
money.
didn't get disbarred?
Nah, hell no. He became a federal judge for Solve 8, and you remember he was the one who let the dude out. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
it's out of control. Look him
But
up,
Sal was
Piamani.
like that. Everybody know that.
I heard he was.
Yeah.
But we're just talking for the people. So, you get your life sentence, your first bid. First bid ever, you catch a life sentence. This is out of control. So, the illest part about it is, do you ever believe you coming home?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew what I had to do.
First of all,
The only thing
I ain't
we
talking about the
Go
second year.
Go ahead.
I ain't talking about the 5th year. I ain't talking about the 10th year. You gotta lose hope sometime. Like this is me and you talk.
But-
You gotta lose hope. Like you put in your, we talk about a 2255. That's you put in your appeals. These motions. Your 2255 get turned down. Correct.
Right. But
So that's your last appeal.
Let's
How
go
do you
back
get
now.
turned
Yeah,
down?
we
Let's
missing
go
something.
back.
We missing
Let's go
something.
back.
Real
Let's
quick.
go.
Now,
Real
I'm
quick.
convicted.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Right. I'm 2005. I have an evidentiary hearing.
Okay.
At this evidentiary
How do you
hearing,
get a evidentiary hearing 10 years
on my
after you
direct
get
appeal.
Okay. Let's
Off
go.
my direct appeal, I got an evidentiary hearing because I wanted to testify at my trial.
Okay.
You see
But
what
you
I'm saying?
didn't.
Right. Because they didn't. The lawyer refused to let me because
So that's
my whole thing
ineffective
is
counsel.
yes.
Let's go.
My whole thing is you charged me with 848A.
What
And
is
you charge-
848A?
848A is running a continuing criminal enterprise with 5 or more people. 848B is running a continuing criminal enterprise and making $10 million.
Okay.
Okay, within 2 years, a term. that became.
I just want y'all to hear that. So go ahead.
that became a second trial. I beat that trial because they couldn't prove the $10 million each year.
Okay.
So see what I'm saying? So that right there, I beat.
Okay.
But the first trial, and I lost the 853, which is the forfeiture, where they took all the property, took all the things, and the 848A, running the organization. Because they picked the 5 people.
Let's backtrack.
Okay.
And real quick,
go ahead,
I just got to put
go
this
ahead.
out. Can you touch on the night when they came to get you?
Oh my goodness.
That's what we missing.
Talk that shit. Okay. You did right.
Yeah, that's what we missing.
I was out at a girl crib out in Camillus.
So you were wrong because you were with
Yeah, I was
your
sneaking.
previous
So
baby
I mean, you
mom.
got
Okay.
on.
You gotta
Yeah, fuck it. All right, let's go.
All right.
You dead ass wrong.
Yeah, you got
that
this.
wasn't
Exactly.
necessary.
I'm
First
out.
of all, you got millions of dollars. You gotta have 5 chicks. That's like the minimum.
Come on, man. Come
It's the
on.
minimum.
I'm out at
100,000 or more. You got 3 to.
You
All
got-
right, let's go.
You can have 10 million and have one. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
bro.
go ahead.
Just
10
talk
million.
to talk.
Fuck it.
I'm out at the crib, out in Camillus with this girl.
Is she
You
white?
know. No, she's
You're in
black.
Camillus.
No,
I mean,
no,
that's
no,
not
no.
regular.
Don't do that.
Tell the truth.
No,
Let's
no.
go.
She move out there. That's our little creeping spot.
Did you move her out there?
Listen.
But go ahead. That's not Syracuse, though. We on the outskirts. Go ahead.
Okay, so now I'm out there. I'm leaving there though. I'm leaving like 4 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay,
That's late in the queue. Shit
4 in the
closed at
morning, right down the street.
2 o'clock.
It's
right
ghost
down the
town.
right
It's a
down the
ghost.
street is an A plus before you hit the highway.
A plus gas station.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So now, as I come, I seen a light over there in the car, so I'm still kind of tripping. But I'm like, okay, that's cool. I go to A plus. I pull an A plus. I buy a newspaper, a Snapple, and a bag of chips. I ain't gonna never forget that. I'm so mad about that. I buy that, I fold it up. Now they're following me. The car following me. Now I'm nervous. We talking 4 in the morning.
Because there's not many cars on the
Instead
street.
of instead of me going home, I go to my mother's house, which is 215 Chavez Terrace. So
Is that East? Is that Syracuse?
yeah, that's right down the street, right across the street from Pioneer Homes, down the way.
South side Syracuse. I'm
Right,
just trying to
right.
make the people understand.
All right, my bag.
You're coming from a suburb.
Is that 20
to the
minutes?
city.
About 20 minutes?
All of 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So when I get in the crib, now ate the chips, drunk the snapper, got the freaking newspaper folded up,
Never opened it.
never opened it.
Okay.
Police running there, I don't see nothing but red dots everywhere. I was, what the?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So when they get me,
This 95.
right.
Okay.
No, though. This January 17, 1996.
96.
Feds.
Okay.
Okay.
Facts.
When I look at the paper, oh me, big dummy.
You on the paper
I'm
before
in
they
the
arrest
paper.
you?
In the
Saying
fucking
what?
paper. Talking
Saying
about the case, charging with the federal case, the whole 9. If I opened that paper, they would have to chase me forever.
You would have been in Alabama.
I couldn't believe that.
You've been in Alabama. Keep it,
I had the
keep it
damn
real.
paper. Now, I don't know where I would have been.
Word.
I don't know. You know, but
somewhere-
I
somewhere that's
literally
not there.
had the paper. The police done ran it. That's why they had to come in there early. Because they thought they was
They knew.
exposed.
They knew.
Right.
They knew the paper was
So
coming out.
you're right.
So if you would have opened the paper at that A plus, you would have dropped the Snapple, and then we'd have never heard from you.
I'm not that y'all said that. I'm
You
going
would have still
to
got a
get
life
that paper.
sentence. It might have been a year later, but you
Man.
got a life sentence.
I'm
You're out
going
of
to-
control.
I'm
you
going
glad, you glad you caught it when you got it. So
Man,
listen,
I'm still going to get that paper January 17, 1997.
on
believe
microfiche.
Yeah.
So
I got to go
listen,
get that.
listen.
Nah, but-
1996.
1996.
January 17, 1996.
But-
I'm going to get the Syracuse Post.
But listen, man, you're here now.
Okay.
You get to tell your story. Hopefully, people learn from your story.
Yeah.
We not in the same generation. These younger kids, you're not gonna be a kingpin. You're not gonna have that run from 15 to 23. You're
They're
just
not.
Nah.
They're
And
not gonna
even-
have 2 years. They're going to jail.
Yeah.
And even if
Or getting bodied.
100%.
100%,
Yeah.
and hopefully this story is a deterrent. It's not motivation whatsoever, right?
Okay.
And at the end of the day, you lived that life. You had that amazing run.
Can I talk?
Yeah, real quick. I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up. You had that amazing run. I just want you to give them the moral of the story.
Wow. The moral of this story is
It ain't worth it.
it's definitely not. I mean, it's so many things going through your head. Because I could say so much at one
Listen.
time, man. It's to the point, Israel.
Let me give you a. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, look. The moral of this story is that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us come from these hoods doing the same thing. We come from the crack epidemic, we goes on.
Right.
You can never give up hope.
Real
You
shit.
can never
You
give up
kept
hope.
fighting when you had a life sentence, and you're here to talk to us. I like to tell he hasn't been to prison, right? Tell him what we say, right? They always say nigga in the street is in the way, right? you laugh because that's what they say.
A hard day.
Yeah, they say they're roadblock, they're in the way, right? I told him on another episode, right? And I'll say it again because it's real shit. This one I realized I was in the way. Let me say how it really is. I was in the street, I had money. I was in the feds, I had money. They always say, man, the dude on the street, he working, he in the way, he making $30,000-$40,000 a year, he in the way. Bro, if you do 10 years and you got $100,000, this man made $30,000-$40,000 a year for 10 years. He made $400,000. He's with his kids, he with his girl,
No
he taking
stress.
care of family.
And no
I'm
stress.
in the way. I got all this money. In 10 years, I made $10,000 a year. I ain't did nothing. I'm in the fucking way. That's the difference. It can't be what you got if that's going to take 10, 20, 30, 40 years out
From
your
your
life.
life. Word.
You're in the way.
In the way.
And that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I be trying to explain to people. We giving you medicine and candy, bro. I say that all the time. Like we telling these immaculate stories because, of course, who wouldn't want to live this life? But you don't want to deal with the consequences that come with this life.
No.
And that's the difference. This man did 21 years. I don't care if he had 20 million.
And everybody's not gonna get off like I got
Like
off.
whose kids are gonna live with you dealing 20 years out of their life and like, yeah, my pops had money, he could buy me Jordans. Because the kid, my daughter don't understand what's the difference between 100 and 100,000.
Right.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? She wants me there.
Right.
She want me to come to an event at her school.
Yeah.
She don't give a fuck if I got $1 million over here, if I drive a Maybach, if I drive a Porsche or whatever, because that don't mean nothing to her.
Right.
Daddy, I got donuts with Daddy on Saturday.
Right.
Are you gonna come? Donuts cost $5. That's the difference.
Yes. Right.
And that's what we try to explain to people. Like, we give you all these stories is because at the end of the day, we try to show you that it's not a drug dealer's dream, it's a drug dealer's nightmare. We've been through, all of us, all three of us here have sold drugs.
Man.
I want to live the life to where you ain't got to make a DVD about me because I'm got a life sentence. I'm here,
Right,
and I made a
right.
difference. We doing
Right.
something else.
Right.
Now, let's fast forward. This man did 21 years in the feds.
Right.
I hear you say you always think you coming home, but after 10, 15 years, you're like, God damn, they done turned
I
my
ain't never
appeal.
come home.
This shit is getting real. Obama let you out. You learn the law while you're in the feds, correct?
No question.
Learn the
No.
law like the back of your fucking hand.
Absolutely.
You're working with paralegals.
Right.
You're helping people come home.
Right now, I'm working with Center State, helping people develop.
That's what I'm
entrepreneurs.
talking about. So it
That's
ain't
called
you
a
ain't thinking
transition,
about grabbing no brick.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Man, listen, last time I went there, he gave me papers saying this is how you become an entrepreneur here. Whether I'm doing it down here, it's like
Right.
I'm trying to teach these people down here who don't understand, who want to get a pound of weed or an
Whatever.
ounce of cocaine to be an entrepreneur. These houses are going for $5,000
Right.
in our neighborhood.
Right.
Who
All
need
day.
$5,000 worth of work.
And they'll give you 7,000 first-time home buyer, et cetera, et cetera. If you just listen.
Talk that
Right.
shit. So that's what I'm saying. He learned so much, and that's what I'm saying. It might have took him to go to prison to learn that. He might not have learned that if he'd have kept running for 20 years selling coke.
Right. Right.
That's all I'm saying is jail not necessarily rehabilitation, but sometimes it is. You know what I mean? And
But it still
didn't-
took
it-
his
it-
responsibility
it-
to rehabilitate
First
himself.
of all, it didn't take him 21 years to
Right.
learn that.
Right.
They didn't need to give him all that time. But at the end of the day, he didn't come home. I hear people say it all the time. He didn't come home bitter. He came home better. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. And that's what we try to explain on this podcast. And that's the reason for this podcast. It ain't about bread. We don't need the money. it's about the culture, man. We say so many episodes we do it for the culture, but there ain't too many people who do it for the culture. It ain't the fact that he came here, he came to Atlanta. We're based in Atlanta. We didn't say, yo, we just gonna talk about how much the birds were and how much money you made. No, we talked about the full circle.
Right.
You went to prison. You were doing all the right things. You went to jail really because of another motherfucker. But that's God saying, man, sit your ass down, bro. You out of control.
That's right. That's
You
right.
done got all this money and you still doing bullshit.
Lose
you know
yourself
what I'm
so
saying?
you can find yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
And
That's
you're still
it.
young enough, bro.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
still
That's
young
it.
enough.
And you young enough to change it. You
Word.
know what I mean? And you're young enough to. I got more hair on my face than you. Out of here, man. You out of control, man. I mean,
Well,
man.
yo, we're gonna let this man go, bro.
We
We're let him
gonna
go.
let it get it in, man. I just wanted to run through your story.
Nah, we
I do
appreciate
want
it.
to
We
ask one
appreciate
more
it.
question.
Go ahead.
How do you get a release from Obama? Explain that process. Like it's not people hear about it, but that's a big deal. What happens? Do you have to apply for it? What do you do?
Yeah, you have to. See, that's another thing that
Is it based on what do you call it? Nonviolent history.
Yeah, it's based on that and what you do in prison.
Okay.
Okay.
Some
See,
people don't
right.
think they could go to prison and wild out and still come home.
Right.
That's
I
not the
taught
case.
classes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had over 35 college credits.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I did a lot before I presented it to him. And I actually got a couple people off.
How do you present something to Obama? What happens? Like,
Yeah,
how do they
you,
tell you
being in
that,
federal
that
prison,
you can
get that
you
shit
can
to
apply
Obama?
for clemency? Like, do you write 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? What happens? Do they seriously like people
Yes,
don't
it
understand?
was-
I'm asking dumb questions to
Right,
help
right,
people
right.
understand. I know what happens.
Right.
I know you can go on a computer and
Right.
and apply for it, but don't. I've been to the Fed. That's different.
Right.
So, what happened?
During this time, Obama and his crew have felt that people
Eric Holder.
with
Eric Holder.
non-violent offender was getting entirely too much time for crack.
Okay.
So they developed a plan and they called it the Clemency Project. You just had to qualify. There's certain things that you had to meet the qualification. Even though I was a kingpin, actually, I was one of 5 kingpins that was released under this Clemency Project.
Okay.
Because out of 1,710 people. So
5.
Well,
Out of 5,
Right,
you were
5.
5 out of 1,710
right,
people.
right. It's put in a dime deal.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's put in the Don Dave. I seen that.
yeah.
I just want people to look it up. Google.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That project. I also got another individual who had a life sentence off.
How do you get him off? Do you
I
file
filed
his
his
paperwork?
papers for him. Yeah. So I was doing legal work in there, helping people. You know.
Prison lawyer.
Right.
They called you the prison lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you finish high school?
Yeah. Yeah. I got it.
In the Feds?
No, not before I even went.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, even though I made a lot of I would call them now mistakes, because I wasn't no dumb dude. You know what I'm saying?
you just chose that life.
Right.
And when you came home, you worked with the Peace Corps?
Yeah.
Is that
Peace.
correct?
Right. Peace.
Explain what Peace is.
Peace is a corporation that help individuals all over, low income individuals. They got one on all sides of town.
That's Syracuse,
Right.
New York.
Yes.
Only Syracuse.
No, it's all over the nation.
Okay.
Peace.
And I only heard of it in Syracuse. so
Yeah,
I
it's,
just
it's,
rather-
it's all over. It's a major thing. It's like the Salvation Army. It's big.
Okay.
Yes.
And you work with a lawyer's office, correct?
Volunteer Lawyers Project. Yes, I help people get certificate of relief from disability and certificate of relief for good conduct.
And how did you get into? I heard you helping people with people getting evicted. From the
Yeah,
home.
landlord-tenant court. Also represented people in landlord-tenant court.
Wow.
How do you get to that point once you're released? Like that's what I'm saying. Who do you go to? How do you know to go to this organization? Say, I want to help you.
Well, I went to, they had the Hope Foundation. The Hope Foundation is a bunch of all the executives all through the city of Syracuse that meet and strategize on ways to help individuals that's incarcerated and people that's homeless.
Who points you in that direction, though? That's what I'm saying. Because I know, like, at the end of the day, I can't speak for you, but I know when I came home and I was on supervised release, that's federal probation, your probation officer doesn't help you do that. They don't want to see you succeed necessarily.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, who points you in that direction? Like, who says, go to the Hope the Foundation, or how do you help people get home from prison? They don't want you to get home from prison because they want to keep a job.
Right.
So how do you do that? Like who told you to go see them?
I ran into a guy. Actually, it was Helen Hudson. She
Who
was the
that?
one. Yeah, Helen Hudson is. I have a daughter, which is Helen Hudson's niece. So when I see
Is
Helen,
Helen Hudson black, white?
Yeah, she black. She
And
was
she
at the
helped you?
time. Yeah, she was a city council.
Okay.
Yeah, so I informed her that.
Seek out your city council. Doesn't matter what race. If they're here to help,
Right.
seek out them. I say that to say some people only figure they vote for president or whoever. Your local community actually helps you. I got my voting rights last year. I'm just saying that first time I voted in my life. 38 years old.
Right.
I felt good about it. The person I voted for lost, but I felt relieved
Right.
because this is the first time I wasn't when I turned 19 I was a felon.
Oh, okay.
So the first time I really got to vote, I wasn't even able to vote. I was
Right,
18
okay,
and
got
caught
you.
my first charge.
I see.
So when I was 38, I felt like that was a big deal. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I just say, in his situation, a city council helped him out. So you got to vote for your local office.
Right.
It can make a difference.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word.
I had you know,
That's
it
a good
was
point,
there was a lot of people that was in effect that helped me at that time. So everything like came together
Okay.
quick, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Story's crazy, man. I'm glad it had a good ending, bro. Well, not even an ending, just a good transition, because the transition is like the most difficult part for everybody. You know?
Okay, yeah.
And you got a lot of life to live, bro. You got a lot of positive things that's going to go on.
All right.
You know, good to have you here, man. We just try to call you here. We the only one drinking Henny, not him.
Of course.
Lit.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, but now we just like to end this with Drug Dealer's Dream podcast. We really like to.
We appreciate you coming through, man.
Nah,
for real. For real.
But I appreciate y'all. We signing out. A Drug Dealer's Dream podcast. Another one for the books. Dewayne Coma. Look up his story.
Word.
And we appreciate it. We signing out. If you tuning in for gossip,
Tune out.
tune out.
Peace.
All right.
One.